Dear friends, ask yourself this. How many times in your life have you felt dissatisfied with what you have? Not because it wasn't good enough, but because you saw what someone else had and felt that they were better off than you. Sometimes we wake up in a good mood, but then we scroll through our phone and see a friend posting photos from an overseas trip. Suddenly, a quiet voice whispers in our heart, "Why can't I go there like them?" We might feel content with our home, but the moment we see someone with a bigger house or a newer car, our own suddenly feels smaller, though just yesterday we loved it the same. It's strange, isn't it? The happiness we already have can disappear in seconds, simply because we compare our life to someone else's. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, does comparing ourselves to others ever truly make us happier? Because from what I have seen, some people live a life that others envy. They have wealth, fame, and a loving family, yet they still feel not enough because they see someone who seems to have even more. It's like playing a game you can never win. No matter how far you go, there will always be someone ahead. Why do we fall into this trap so easily? One reason is that our mind tends to focus on what's missing more than on what's already here. When we see other people's lives, we only see the parts they choose to show us. Beautiful pictures, bright smiles, proud achievements. We don't see the fatigue, the worries, or the struggles behind the scenes. And so, we compare our real life, full of both joys and hardships, against their highlight reel. Is that fair to ourselves? There is a saying, comparison is the thief of joy. I believe it's true. Every time we compare, we're not adding happiness to our heart. We're quietly taking away the contentment we already had. Think about it. A child might be thrilled to get new shoes, but once they see a friend wearing a more expensive pair, their smile fades. Adults are no different. We might be excited about a promotion, but the moment we hear someone else is earning more, the joy is gone. Comparison happens without effort. You could be enjoying a meal, but glance at the next table and think, their food looks better. You could be laughing with your family, but after scrolling past photos of another family on a beach trip, your heart feels a little less bright. This is why our happiness often feels unstable, because it rests on endless comparisons. And it's not just about happiness. Comparison can harm relationships too. We might silently envy a friend's success or look down on a family member for not being as accomplished as someone else. If we let comparison drive our life, we'll be running on a road with no finish line, spending every mile in exhaustion and never enough. So I invite you to hold this question in your heart today. If I stopped comparing my life to others, how much happier would I be? Imagine waking up in the morning without measuring yourself against anyone. Would you still be content with the home, the work, and the life you already have? Maybe the answer to happiness isn't having more, but stopping the habit of measuring ourselves against others. First, we must understand comparison itself isn't wrong. It's human nature to notice where we stand in relation to others. The problem is when we tie our self-worth to the result of that comparison. When we see someone with more and feel small, or see someone with less and feel superior, either way, we've allowed comparison to control our happiness. But life doesn't need to be measured against anyone's. Our path is not their path. We have different beginnings, resources, experiences, and dreams. It's unfair to measure our happiness by a race we never chose to run. The Buddha said, "Do not look down on others and do not belittle yourself." This is the heart of letting go of comparison. When we stop looking down on others, we no longer think anyone is beneath us. When we stop belittling ourselves, we no longer think we are beneath anyone. Our heart finds balance, not lifting anyone too high, not pushing ourselves too low. If you can look at another person's life and truly rejoice for them without feeling smaller, that is freedom. If you can look at your own life and feel grateful for what you have, That is happiness. Stopping comparison doesn't mean we stop improving ourselves. In fact, it allows us to grow from inspiration, not from pressure. We can see someone else's success as motivation, not as a reason to devalue our own life. So how can we let go of unhealthy comparisons? I offer 3 practices. Focus on your own path. Instead of asking, do I have more or less than others, ask, am I further than I was yesterday? Measure your growth against your past self, not against anyone else. Practice gratitude daily. Each morning, name 3 things you are thankful for: family, a good meal, even the breath you have right now. Gratitude fills the heart, leaving less room for comparison. Rejoice in others' happiness. When someone succeeds, celebrate as if it were your own victory. Let their achievements inspire you, not diminish you. In today's world, comparison is everywhere. Just opening our phone floods us with other people's lives. We can't avoid seeing it, but we can choose whether to let it pass through us or let it hurt us. Remember this: letting go of comparison doesn't make you less, it makes you lighter. You no longer need to chase or compete endlessly. You can spend your energy building the life you truly want. And when your heart can rest from comparison, you'll see that happiness was never far away. It was always here, in what you already have and in who you already are.